Welcome back to Rate My Chase. Before we get into the chases of the Indicator and P2R series, let's have a Fog over Finland segment brought to you by Outcast. So the holidays are on, obviously, and as everyone else eats their turkey or their beef, Indicator and P2R will give us some lutefisk in this one, as we're gonna have the first series in the Chase Beta Prospect era. A series is 3 or 4 chases graded. We'll have 3 graded chases and 2 prospective chases in this one. Let's take a look at how one of the better duos on NG do their business. Now it's time to get into the chases of the Indicator and P2R series. Time for a chase, first prospective chase of the Indicator and P2R series. We have Ponder here. We're actually on the ground. Very rarely at this point here, but we're taking a look at what's going on here near Route 20. P2R and Indicator trying to take down Pat Mierik, or the reverse. Pat Mierik in the Babby Turo XO. Trying to run away a bit. He gets out of the car, takes some shots. Indicator down. P2R trying to reverse, but he doesn't have a lot of traction. A lot of those tires out, and Pat Mierik gets the double kill on both fins here. Mac comes in a bit late, of course. Looking west as Mierik still under the backup, calling for backup line, but Anime Thighs right here is trying to get a hit contract on Mierik, channeling his inner lava using the pussy Enforcer, and he gets the kill on Pat Mierik somehow with the Enforcer. Mac is around here, gets out of the Enforcer for whatever reason, gets on top of it, and basically allows Mac to take some shots. Anime Thighs shoots back, down to very low health now. Mac, his Anime Thighs gets the first aid kit, or adrenaline pill rather, but Mac gets the kill on Anime Thighs. Not really sure what he was doing. He should have just ran away in the Enforcer, but instead, bad on-foot mechanics again by Anime Thighs, as we saw in the Identify You chase. First graded chase, the Rate My Chase. Again, Pawner is alongside. Hostile Capybara is chasing Indicator and P2R now as we go around the hood of Rancho going westbound, and we're not really used to driving these days after using the camera for so long. We'll still see it in this series right here. Capybara lost control of the T20 a little bit, but still getting on stride as the cop is coming in to help. Now going into the sewer. Capybara still ongoing. There is a cop across. It is Preacher, who finally got his arrest status reinstated. Nice job by him, obviously. Capybara will miss a hit on Indicator, and they'll go right back. Preacher taking shots off the PCJ right now, as Indicator will go inside the little tunnel there to go back up on the main road in La Mesa. Westbound now, a little separation for Indicator here, as there's a cop now to the south who will join the pursuit. It is Pat Mierik in a police interceptor. Now turning right here, as again, we are not used to all this, I believe. But we'll take a look, obviously. Chase cut here, below the mound. Capybara goes back on the street. Indicator right now getting shot at by the cops from behind. He drops down. He gets rammed into by NPC. The car is at negative 100 field health. It does disappear. Mierik takes down P2R's health, but now all of the cops are acroed on Indicator right now. They forget about P2R, who's running the other way. They all drop down. Mierik still on the balcony of the street as Indicator tries to swim, but he gets taken down, or arrested rather, or one of the two, in the water. And now B2R is on the street here, south of Interstate 5, but Mirek is on it very quickly. B2R has nowhere to go with as little health as he has. Mirek comes out and gets the instant arrest on B2R. First chase there is C-. We see the grades, because it's a series, obviously. Second and last perspective chase of the series, rather. We have Indicator and B2R as hitmen, and they're going after Blazed Cactus. This is the first hybrid series ever, I think. Usually we see felons, hitmen, but not both. Well, I guess Q in the end. Let's add that. Either way, Blazed Cactus gets rammed from behind by Indicator and rammed again here. B2R is not eligible to shoot at this point until Blazed Cactus shoots back, and I think he has, so it'll soon be a 2v1, but B2R, now he finally does start shooting as the geyser goes in the air. Blazed Cactus in the red, but so is Indicator. Identify You comes out, but Blazed Cactus somehow gets the kill, the comeback kill, on Indicator, and B2R, I don't think, can believe what just happened. Blazed Cactus finds a way to survive. I don't think he's known as a shooter, but as his car here is on fire going south, his vodka going close to Legion Square, and could you believe that Blazed Cactus right now is going towards cops? I'm not too sure what he's doing, although it's only Ducati, guys, but then again, James Townley, who's now Plains Downley, and Jitsu are here, and these are the cops that will find a way to take him down. Blazed Cactus gets tased by Jitsu, and Jitsu will get the arrest on Blazed Cactus. Next up, the second graded chase of the series. Of course, we have Indicator and B2R here at Terminal. We see our special guest camera holders, Mick Renner and Cristania, in the air in a Frogger. We'll see who the cops are, who are in behind right here. Indicator slows down in the Nero Custom, being spotlighted by Mick Renner right here. A couple of sups by all four as Gooey comes in with a police scout. Gooey down into the yellow as Tony Solar will come and give him backup. Some shots by all entities as Gooey and Tony Solar both leave their police scouts, and Gooey takes some rifle shots at the Finnish duo. The Finnish duo now will come out of Terminal as now Tony Solar with a huge hit on Indicator. Another one by him, pretty aggressive by Tony Solar, so much that he hits the side of the railing there, unforced, I suppose. Indicator, though, a bit too cocky, honestly, as he's riding the fence. The Nero Custom is on fire right now. Who knew that these two would be schooled by a couple of police scouts right here? The car is still persistently on fire right now as both felons are trying to find a way to have a plan B right here, as they'll both get out and they both will jump into the water. Tony Solar comes up and hits the Nero Custom, but both felons are already in the water. Tony Solar will jump into the water as Gooey will stay on land to try to take some shots to weaken both Finnish felons. Now we see Mick Renner in the water as well, and Cristania will soon join. As we see there on the left side of the screen, B2R is being chased by Tony Solar. Cristania surfaces. Tony Solar has not surfaced yet, as he's still, well, he now has surfaced. B2R has surfaced now, as Tony Solar will swim toward him, but B2R, a low effort. swim right there as Tony Solar gets the arrest on B2R, but that'll allow for Indicator to get some separation there as Gooey tried to take some shots. A bit later now, Indicator is now on land in Banning, and he'll aim towards Tony Solar right now. All of the leverage to Indicator. Tony Solar tries to get into an inlet here, as he is now hidden from Indicator. Indicator will reload, and actually we're going to do this again, I suppose. We're going to keep this in the episode. This is not supposed to happen. We're having duplicate clips right here. Bit of a replay. You see Tony Solar going to the inlet. Indicator will again reload as we saw before, and he'll decide to start running. He almost fell in the water. Tony Solar now has an area to get onto land as Indicator keeps on running, especially as Gooey is coming across to try to get in the area here. Indicator just running around like a headless chicken right now as Tony Solar will drop down. Indicator eyes the boat, and he's asked in voice chat if he could take the boat, but he cannot because that would be chase interference. This gives Tony Solar an area now to try to get the arrest on Indicator, and somehow he hasn't gotten the arrest yet, even though it seems like they're both close to each other. Indicator gets the memo and starts swimming southbound with Tony Solar hot on the trail. Gooey still trying to find a way as he's west on the map to get into the area right here, but Indicator now with some separation on Tony Solar as they both try to Michael Phelps into the water. And at this point, the camera crew is not really sure what to do at this point, so we'll just get back into the Jetmax as Gooey comes up with the Cyclone. And now we take a look at both entities swimming as Gooey, for whatever reason, capsizes the Cyclone that me and Pawner were actually using. So now, both players now swimming. Tony Solar punches the water for some reason. And now a bit of a panoramic here is, if this were an Olympic Games right now, our Indicator would be winning it. But he dives into the water for whatever reason now as Gooey tries to come in. Tony Solar will also dive, and a little bit later, Indicator don't like what he's seeing.
No.
Here's listening.
No?
This is fucking stupid. Why did he not just surrender and...
Hey.
Oh no.
Yays all around, C+ that chase. Tony Solar, he's one of these guys that will always arrest a guy going in the water. You gotta respect the patience by him. Last chase of the Indicator and B2R series, we have them running away from Jitsu, who's always a tough player to run away from. Mutual shots by both entities right here as Indicator goes to the gas station here, passes through it. Neither tried to shoot the gas tanks. Still some more fighting here as Jitsu nails the spike strips before they got taken off the server because they're bugged. All 4 tires out for the finish gnag right here, but Jitsu will disengage from the duo and go and fix his car. I suppose he thinks he has all the leverage here, but all this will be is a pit stop for both, as Indicator will be able to fix the Cyclone, which is well needed after losing all 4 tires. Indicator gets back in the Cyclone, and now going southbound into the LSIA. Utah fan is also in the area as Indicator drops down into the airport, knocks into the police Maverick, and they'll keep on going. With the sirens right here, we see Utah fan enter the airport. Jitsu comes in through the other end. Indicator turns around, and I'm not too sure what he's doing. He's being boxed in right now as Jitsu misses a hit, but Indicator ends up getting laid into the wall and gets knocked into that thing over there. More shots by Jitsu and Utah Fan here as both felons are resisting. A bunch of shots here. Jitsu gets in front, but a huge T-bone by Utah Fan as Jitsu got another spike strip off on the Finnish duo, and in a wide open space right here where they cannot cover the bullets. Not a great decision really by either Indicator right now to go into a wide open LSIA right here. A T-bone here by Jitsu as Utah Fan takes a bunch of shots. Two more T-bones by Jitsu as the Cyclone disappears. Indicator run over a few times. Jitsu gets out of the car, gets the arrest on P2R. Jitsu looks at where P2R is, gets back in the Cyclone, goes towards as Utah Fan takes some shots, runs over P2R. Jitsu gets out of the car and arrests P2R. That is it. A C for that one. Jitsu with his second A+ of the season. And that was the Indicator and P2R series. Nice chases there. Could have been better, but a bit of a warm-up for Indicator and P2R as Russia is looming, obviously. As far as best duo in NG, they got my vote. We've already seen the grades, so it's time for our performer of the series. Ooh, money, get the money. Tony Solar.